Hello everyone, welcome to my General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Michael and Willow visited Austin at the hospital. Willow looked amazing, and she stated that it had just been 12 weeks since the transplant, but it felt like a lifetime. "I'm finally getting my life back," Willow declared. Michael was aware that Dex was around, but he continued to converse with Austin and Willow until Austin returned to work. Willow admitted that she felt a tremendous weight lifted off her shoulders because she no longer dreaded regular checkups. Michael was delighted for Willow, and he stated that, as corny as it sounded, he didn't take anything for granted because waking up beside her and hearing her with their children was a blessing. "I'm the luckiest man in the world," Michael declared. Michael approached Dex after Willow had left for her appointment. Dex said that he didn't have much time, so Michael cut to the chase and asked if Dex had been keeping an eye on Austin on Sunny's orders. Willow reappeared a short while later and announced that she had been cleared to go out in public again. Michael, surprised, inquired about any restrictions. Willow said that Dr. Randolph had warned her immune system would take up to a year to heal, but Willow's blood cell count had been normal. Michael was concerned about Willow returning to work, but she told him that she would not work until she was completely cured. She was overjoyed to be out of house jail and free to go for walks with the kids. Willow was also relieved to have run across Clara, the nurse who had been assigned to Willow during her isolation. Willow said that Clara had been a great source of comfort because Clara had 3 children and understood how Willow felt being separated from Wiley and Amelia. Willow stated that she wanted to keep a good mood, so Michael proposed that they go out to celebrate. Portia's eyes welled up with emotions as she stared at a photograph of her and Curtis on their wedding day in her office. Her thoughts wandered back to the day before, when she had observed Curtis during a physical therapy session with Roy. When Marshall knocked on the door and entered her office, she pushed the memory away. Marshall said that he had a topic to talk with her after they exchanged hello. "It's the Savoy," Marshall pointed out. Marshall explained that he had received a call from the Savoy's bartender asking for assistance since Anika was overworked. Marshall emphasized that his son did more than oversee the day-to-day operations. Curtis was the Savoy's heart and soul. He was the Savoy, Portia pointed out. Marshall emphasized that it was his and Portia's responsibility to keep Curtis' dream alive. Portia later noticed Dex in the corridor. Dex explained that he was at the hospital for a yearly checkup because she was curious what he was doing there. Dex noticed Mason enter the hospital after Portia left. Mason made a beeline for Austin's office, which Dex immediately followed. Dex stood close to the door, listening in. Betty handed Mason the flash drive inside Austin's office. "I got the Pikeman goods on Sunny," Betty declared triumphantly. Austin notified Mason that he had done as required and that his mission had been completed. Mason questioned, "What makes you think you can just walk away?" Austin, frustrated, inquired as to why Mason refused to let his cousin alone. "Because you're not out until the boss says you're out," Mason explained. Curtis' physical therapist encouraged him as he tried to raise himself up by pushing against the arms of his wheelchair at the rehab center. Selena stood silently in the doorway, watching Curtis fail to achieve his purpose. Curtis, frustrated, grumbled that he had been able to lift himself up the day before, but Roy reminded him that Curtis was not the kind to give up. "You're not going to let a spinal injury bring you down," Roy declared. Roy told Curtis to concentrate and relax. Curtis was sweating later as he curled a set of weights to strengthen his arms. Roy reappeared with a stack of towels, but when he spotted Curtis, he set them down. Roy, concerned, insisted that Curtis rest. Roy took the weights from Curtis, but Curtis insisted on doing 10 more curls. Roy believed Curtis, but he departed to put the towels away after handing him a water bottle. Selena approached Curtis and smiled, but he was not delighted to see her. "At times like this, we need our friends," Selena explained. Curtis questioned, "Who says we're friends?" Curtis' reaction startled Selena, but Curtis made it apparent that he wanted Selena to get to the point of her goodwill tour. Selena accused Curtis of being suspicious all the time, but she stated that she was willing to take the Savoy off Curtis' hands and make him a generous offer. "Over my dead body," Marshall murmured as he stood in the doorway. Curtis stated unequivocally that he could handle Selena, while Marshall urged that Curtis should concentrate on getting stronger. Marshall chose to correct Miss Wu on a few points, but Selena insisted that she was there out of love and merely wanted to lighten Curtis' load. Marshall informed Selena that the Savoy was not for sale and that Curtis' family would look after the nightclub until Curtis returned. Curtis informed Marshall and Selena that his legs might not operate, but his head was fine, and he could run the Savoy. Selena emphasized that her offer had been made in good faith, and she warned Marshall that owning a nightclub was not for the faint of heart. "So you be wise to keep my proposal in mind," Selena advised. Curtis told Marshall after Selena left that he didn't need his father to fight his battles because Curtis had been handling Selena for a long time. Marshall said that he was concerned Curtis might accept Selena's offer. Curtis inquired, "Why?" "Because I'm in a wheelchair." Curtis indicated that he didn't want to spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair, but he could run the Savoy even if he never walked again. Marshall trusted his son, and he knew Curtis adored the nightclub. Marshall was determined to keep the Savoy open until Curtis returned, but Curtis informed his father that there was a lot about running the nightclub that Marshall was unaware of. Marshall stated his intention to learn from the greatest, Curtis. Marshall admitted that he wanted the chance to thank Curtis for everything he had given him, including a family. Trainer and Ava sat at a table at Metro Court's pool. When Ava inquired about Curtis, Trina disclosed that he had been sent to a rehabilitation facility, but things remained challenging. Ava wondered if the doctors thought Curtis' disability would be permanent. Trina explained that the bullet had nicked Curtis' spine, but not all spinal injuries were the same, and there was cause to be hopeful. Ava told Trina that she would be there for her at all times. The topic drifted to Trina's employment offer at the Chuck, and Ava was taken aback when Trina revealed that she had turned down the position with the prestigious museum because Trina preferred to work at the Jerome Gallery. Ava, moved, assured Trina that she would welcome Trina back to the gallery. Trina acknowledged that she felt more at ease with Ava, and she loved having the freedom to work her own hours, especially with everything going on in Trina's personal life. Spencer had just called out to Trina. Spencer was swimming with Ace and encouraged Trina to join them. Trina smiled, prompting Ava to remark on Spencer's rapport with Ace. Spencer was loyal to his brother, according to Trina, and the two were inseparable. Ava wondered if having Esme in the picture was difficult for Trina. Nina arrived before Trina could respond. Trina took advantage of the situation to excuse herself and joined Spencer and Ace. Nina sat down and inquired as to why Ava had requested a meeting. Nina inquired, "What are we celebrating?" "The end of my nightmare," Ava stated cryptically. Nina asked Ava to elaborate, but Ava claimed that she had merely been referring to all of Ava's stress. Nina knew better, and she thought it had something to do with what Nina had witnessed in Sunny's office the day before. Nina mentioned that things had appeared strained between Sunny and Ava. Ava reassured Nina that she had nothing to be concerned about, and soon it'll be the same for me, Ava predicted. Nina contended that she had a right to know everything about Sunny because she intended to marry him. Unless the tip about the SEC comes out, Ava explained. That was mean, Nina complained. Nina was aware of Ava's deflection, but she promised her that she would listen when Ava was ready to speak. Michael and Willow arrived after Nina had left. They had just missed Nina, according to Ava. Lucky for us, Michael remarked. Ava was let down. She expressed her desire for Michael and Willow to give Nina another chance. Willow assured Ava that she had been putting in more effort recently. Ava, pleased, claimed that Nina adored Willow and that they would all benefit from spreading love. Michael observed that Ava appeared to be in an exceptionally pleasant mood. Life is good, and it's about to get a hell of a lot better, Ava stated. Spencer and Trina sat nearby on a set of lounge chairs, talking to Ace, who sat on his older brother's lap. Esm came to a halt in the archway as Spencer and Trina's flirty banter turned serious when Trina confided in Spencer about her concern for Portia and the difficulties Curtis would face in a wheelchair. Spencer promised Trina that he would enjoy spending the day with her, but he felt she would feel better if she checked on her mother. When Esm heard what Spencer had said, she grinned. Meanwhile, Trina was moved by Spencer's kindness. Spencer told Trina that being present for her mother was the most important thing she could do. Trina grinned as she told Spencer that his counsel was excellent for a boy. "Your girlfriend is extremely fortunate," Trina replied. "I know," Spencer said teasingly. Trina departed after they gave a short peck on the lips. Esm had vanished. Esm appeared a short while later, dressed in a cover-up and carrying a beach bag, as if she had just arrived. She stated she had received his text message about taking Ace to the pool and planned to meet them before they departed. Esm asked Ace if he was ready to join her in the pool. Spencer spotted her pink bikini as she removed her cover-up, but he quickly averted his gaze. When Spencer joined Esm and Ace in the water, she was all grins. Trina discovered her mother at the hospital looking online for wheelchair ramps and chair lifts for her home. Portia was delighted to see her daughter and thanked Trina for the cappuccino she had picked up. Trina revealed that checking on Portia had been Spencer's idea. Trina observed what her mother was looking at and reminded Portia that Curtis' recuperation will involve more than wheelchair ramps. Trina expressed concern about Portia, but Portia said that she wanted to focus on Curtis and making him comfortable since she needed her husband to return home. Sam agreed to meet Cody at a coffee shop. He said that he needed her assistance, and she figured that Cody had gotten himself into legal trouble again. Cody revealed that it was because of Sasha. "She's in danger," Cody explained. Cody went on to say that extreme steps were required. He swiftly told Sam about obtaining Brooke Lynn's assistance in sneaking a visit with Sasha and the horrific condition he discovered Sasha in. Cody informed Sam that he was certain Sasha was being drugged and that he needed Sam's assistance to prove it. Sam inquired whether Cody was certain, so he invited Sam to Ferncliff to check for herself. Cody pointed out that Sasha had done well enough to seek to terminate the guardianship, which would have left Gladys bankrupt. Sam admitted that Sasha was Gladys' meal ticket, and Cody pointed out that the timing was strange. Cody was informed by Sam that they would want more than Cody's theory. Cody stood up, enraged, and declared that he would bring Sam proof. Gladys approached Officer Robinson at the front desk at the police station and requested to see Dante. "It's literally a matter of life and death," Gladys explained. Dante overheard the uproar and inquired of Gladys as to what was going on. Gladys indicated that she required an emergency restraining order against his pal Cody Bell, since Cody had violated Sasha's visitor limits. Cody was accused of exploiting an extremely vulnerable woman by sneaking into Ferncliff and upsetting Sasha. Gladys said that Sasha had been seriously traumatized and that Cody had exacerbated her condition. Gladys continued about Cody sending Sasha into another breakdown as Mac entered the team room. Gladys insisted that it was her responsibility to safeguard Sasha and requested a restraining order. Gladys was grudgingly dispatched to Officer Robinson to complete the papers. When Gladys arrived at the front desk, Mac inquired as to what type of difficulty Cody had gotten himself into, but Dante stated that he wanted to hear Cody's side of the story because anything Gladys said had to be taken with a grain of salt. Dante reassured Mac that Cody loved Sasha and would never harm her. Mac said that he couldn't throw stones because he had been in the same predicament as Cody's mother when Leopold Taub had Dominique committed. Mac said that he and Cody shared a desire to save the ladies they cared about. Dante suddenly remembered reading the DNA results that proved Mac was Cody's father. Later, Cody went into the squad room, demanding that Dante perform his duties. Gladys marched over and slapped the restraining order on Cody's chest, telling him he couldn't be within 500 feet of Sasha. Cody was furious, accusing Gladys of tormenting Sasha and putting her in a loony bin, since it was the only way to keep Sasha from cutting Gladys off. "You don't care about Sasha. All you care about is the money," Cody exclaimed. Gladys was shocked when Cody suddenly lunged for her, but Mac, Dante, and Officer Robinson were able to stop him. Cody resolved to make Gladys pay for what she had done to Sasha as Dante and Officer Robinson brought him to the questioning room. Gladys insisted that Mac arrest Cody, so Mac stated that if he arrested Cody, he would have to take Cody's statement and investigate any claims Cody leveled against Gladys. "You win, Commissioner," Gladys announced. Gladys, on the other hand, expected the restraining order to be enforced. Mandy, who was concerned, asked Sasha what she had taken at Ferncliff, but Sasha denied taking any drugs. Mandy said that she had checked Sasha's chart and that none of the medications that Sasha had been prescribed could have caused her current state. "I don't know. Something they're giving me," said Sasha. Dr. Montague appeared in the doorway as Mandy attempted to question Sasha further. "Is there a problem here?" he inquired. Mandy added that she was concerned because Sasha seemed incoherent, which did not correspond to the meds she had been given. Montague invited Mandy to join him in the corridor. He tried to explain Sasha's condition as a reaction to moderate sedatives, but Mandy was positive that Sasha had obtained non-prescription medications from somewhere. Mandy offered running a blood test to find out, but Montague argued that it was his decision. Mandy apologized for not clarifying it with him, and he assured her that he valued her diligence. Montague claimed that Sasha was severely unstable and had gone completely insane. Mandy admitted that the diagnosis perplexed her because Sasha's symptoms were not consistent with psychosis. "It's almost as if she's stoned on something," Mandy commented. Montague thanked Mandy for bringing everything to his attention and told her that the blood test would be taken care of. Montague sat down on the bed after dismissing Mandy and assured Sasha that he was there to help her. "Why do I feel this way?" groggily inquired Sasha. "Because you're still using," Montague pointed out. He was adamant that Sasha had been using illegal substances. Nurse Janice knocked on the door a few moments later. Montague claimed that they were having difficulties because Sasha had been using an illicit narcotic. He accused Sasha of bribing someone inside the facility to sneak the narcotics in, and he inquired as to who was assigned to Sasha's case. Montague was informed by Janice that Mandy Green was one of the top nurse practitioners in the facility, but he vowed not to accuse Mandy. Montague proposed reassigning Mandy to safeguard her from false allegations. A short time later, a distraught Mandy informed Janice that Dr. Kirkland had removed her from Sasha's case. Mandy was concerned that she had done something wrong, but Janice assured her that she had not. Janice reminded Mandy that visiting psychiatrists had a habit of thinking they could run things better than the staff. Meanwhile, Montague returned to Sasha's room and administered an intravenous injection, with a medication that knocked her out right away. Janice visited Sasha's room a short time later to check Sasha's vitals. Sasha was woken awake and started screaming in panic. Sam approached Sasha's room in the corridor. Sam was taken aback when she spotted Sasha in tears through the window of Sasha's door. "So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time."